Laboratory Association's camera system mounted at exact angles that could capture images of the Milky Way from the lunar surface. A data center technology demonstration by Lone Star Data Holdings and Omni Heat Infinity, Columbia Sportswear's thermal reflective insulation used in many of their outdoor products, will help protect Nova Sea from extreme temperatures in space.
They've got brilliant ideas, and if we can help facilitate those startups to help build this economy, I think that raises all boats, and it's as serving as the transportation leg to the moon, we're happy to accommodate those kinds of companies.
Now, the lander and our payload customers require command and control in space. Intuitive Machines' Mission Operations Center provides both of those elements. It's called Nova Control, Nova being the name of our lunar lander class, and Control being the nerve center of our entire lunar program. Its unique circular design fosters a collaborative environment where flight controllers and customers may make agile decisions. Let's take a live look.
Yeah, and inside that flight control room, Josh, it's important to note that these are not the only teams that have been in this room over the past 7 days. This is staffed 24/7 inside Nova Control here. There's red, white, and blue teams that support this mission.
Gary, the mission required 24/7 operations. We're somewhere in between the 7th and 8th day. This has been 3 teams, red, white, and blue, working 8-hour shifts, which really turned into just about everybody working 12-hour shifts each. In addition, there's another team, the gold team, that's running problems and solving solutions that are coming up in the future. And at this moment, we talked about this being a dynamic situation, using 2 of NDL's lasers to feed into our HRN and TRN cameras to provide a landing solution. Every asset available out of all of these teams is on hand right now to solve these intractable problems and take the best shot at the moon we possibly can.
It really took a team to solve some of these. As you mentioned, a dynamic situation. Now, you talked about the design of this room, fostering that collaboration. It's a little different from what I'm used to over at the International Space Station Flight Control Room, where you have consoles that are facing towards large screens. What exactly is the logic behind this particular design?
Really, we wanted to get everybody together into where we're a small company. There's not a lot of us. Agility is our strong suit in this situation, and this room really suited us. It's a situation where we can put our payload customers inside the center, or let's say we need to bring in operators who have knowledge of the things that need to happen in the future that we haven't quite touched on as a team, but you can insert those folks into the center of this room, make quick decisions, respond to problems, and that's really the way that we see tackling some of the hardest challenges in the world, and certainly right now for us, this is one of the hardest challenges on the moon, most certainly.
Which we are saying absolutely, and it takes everybody in this room, and everyone has their respective roles, just like we see with any spacecraft. Each of these individuals provides insights into a specific spacecraft subsystem.
And the captain of this whole thing is usually the mission director. In this case, this is Blue Team. That is Dr. Tim Crane. He's our co-founder and chief technology officer, serving as mission director today. Flight control operators continue to monitor Nova Sea's performance. Operationally, we're still counting down to PDI ignition at 5:11 p.m. Central Time and landing at Malapert A at 5:24 p.m. near the south pole of the moon. For more on Malapert A, let's head over to Leah Cheshire. Leah.
Thanks so much, and I am now here with Ben Bussey, Intuitive Machines Chief Scientist, to talk about Malapert A. Thank you so much for joining us, Ben.
Great to be here.
Now tell me a little bit about this landing site. Why was it chosen?
God.
What sets it apart?
So the most important factor when selecting a landing site was to find a good, safe site for Odysseus to land. And we're landing in highland terrain near the poles, and that was a fun challenge for the team. But we think we found a good, large